What's up YouTube? It's ComeUpKid954. Haven't used this channel in a long time, but recently, after like quit playing for a year, I decided to come back to the game. I made a couple decks. I took the judge test, so recently I've been trying to judge places. I recently judged the regionals down in Miami, so now I feel like I should just continue with my channel like I've done back in the day. This will be more of a informal channel than any type of trading or anything like that. I'm not doing that little send cards blah 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 thing anymore. This is just for sharing decks and just for general information about the game. So right now I'm going to show you my deck. This is, for some reason, I never let this deck go. It's Lightsworn, of course, but I've put some interesting text that would adapt to this format way better than the previous builds. So let me show you what I've been coming up with. So I'll start off. Of course, you play the 3 Judgments. No brainer. Like the best card in the game. Not really, but okay. I play 2 Wolves. 3 Wolves is horrible to me sometimes, and then not playing wolf at all always seems to be a bad idea, so I put 2 in. Seems to have been working okay. 1 monk as always. I believe that card will probably always stay at 1. 2 Gareths, of course. Gareth is just broken, but it's kind of hard to get him off as much as I want to, so I'll just leave him at 2. But another thing I want to put in before I continue with the deck, it's more generated around exceeding, so you won't see any traditional Lightsworn ideas. Next one, 1 Lila. Lila's all good and all, but there's a lot of other things that can go into this deck to make it better. So I only left Lila at 1 for right now. This is interesting. I'm pretty sure no one plays. Lightsworn Rogue. This is a really good card. You'll see later why. It's just safe, like Raikou, and you plus. You don't really plus. It's 1 for 1, but it's always good to have an extra type, and you get to draw 1. And drawing in this deck sometimes gets difficult. Next one, 2 Raikou. Of course, Raikou's like amazing. Perfect against Evil Swarm, things like that, of that nature. We got 3 Lumina. Lumina is just the best, so of course I'll play 3 of her. You could go Lumina, Lumina, Zen Mines, Lumina, Lumina, Gareth, whole bunch of amazing things. Now we're done with the Lightsworn monsters. We'll go into more of the text. 2 Effect Veilers. Effect Veiler is like a must in this game now, which I've learned the hard way. So, of course, 2 Effect Veilers, and, you know, just great for other reasons, beckoning, things like that. 1 Gores. I don't play Tragodia. It's just kind of not my thing. Gores is really good, safe, and it'll later become more visible why I play it. This is a tech for me that I believe I'd be one of the first to do recently. 2 card Ds in Lightsworn. It's really good. Normally I try to Solar Recharge, Pot of Duality, which you'll see later, and then summon card D, and then I'll just have a whole bunch of things to work with, and I get to go off a lot quicker than other people's Lightsworn decks. Next one. 1 BLS. BLS is just amazing. So amazing, so I have to play 1. This will be reprinted soon, so keep your eyes out for that in the next 10. 1 Honest. Honest is just, there's like no way to even describe how good Honest is. That's why it's at 1, unfortunately, but of course you gotta play 1 of that in Lightsworn. 2 Necrogardener. I believe 2 is like the perfect amount. 3 is just too much in the hand, but 2 just goes off just when you need it, for me. So 2 Necrogardener. Goes along pretty good with the Wolves too. 1 Phantom of Chaos. This card is like, I put it in, it's pretty questionable. I tried it out, took it out, put it back. It's pretty good. I use it for BLS, Judgment. Sometimes if it's even a clutch situation, I'll remove like a Lumina to, you know, discard, get Gareth, go for a little clutch play at the end. It's really good, so I recommend it. And I was trying to use it with Card D. I believe it works. Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes, so I really have to get an official ruling on that one. 2 Beckoning. Beckoning is just a must in Lightsworn. 3 is too much, 1 is too little. This is my win conditions. Lances. Unfortunately, this is like, with priority out of the game, Judgment is now not as good as it used to be. I can't just summon and blow by paying cost. So now I have to play Lance. This is like my safe option. I'll drop Judgment. If they have something, Bottomless, Chain, anything that's not a counter trap, I'll drop Lance, and I will blow the field. It's really good. It works for other monsters too in the deck that you want to live. Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm is just broke. Gotta play one, especially in Lightsworn when you have people trying to stop you with so much backfield. 1 Dark Hole, of course. This is interesting. Pot of Avarice. A lot of people don't play it in Lightsworn. I believe it's good because you could drop Judgment, and most of the time, in situations like that, you're running out of your hand. I just Pot of Avarice, throw some good types back or some good monsters back, maybe Effect Veilers or something like that. Or, if I don't hit anything, if I don't draw Judgment, I end up milling a lot, I'll put Pot of Avarice, play Pot of Avarice, put the Judgments back, and hopefully on the second time I get to draw them. It's really good. 1 Allure. Of course, I play Phantom, Gores, and 2 Necros, and I needed more draw power, so Allure was a must. 1 Charge. Unfortunately, it's only 1. Let's see. Monster Reborn, of course. That's an obvious one. And then we have 3 Recharges, of course. Gotta have 3. Best card. And then my other tech, 2 Pot of Dualities. The thing about this, you have to play it wisely, like every other card in this deck, but mainly on this card, because you don't want to do something stupid where you put yourself in a situation where you want a special summon and you can't. So normally I would just go Pot, Recharge, whatever else, and then I'd like set a Raikou, set a Rogue, or summon card, and then I'll go off from there. But this is not this. When you play this, you got to be careful. Now I will go into the Exceeds. Diamond Direwolf, one of the most broken Exceeds. You could pop himself, or you could pop one of these other useless Beast Warrior or Beast monsters like Wolf or Raikou. So I play that. This card, Star Liege Paladinamo, if I pronounced that correctly. It's really good. You detach 2 to make your opponent's monsters attack 0, and you negate their effects permanently. So this is a really good card. Normally I would just shrink, detach. You could just hit over. That's 2,000 directly because you're hitting over a 0 attack monster. And hopefully you could get 2 Judgments in your hand or a Judgment and a BLS and you go for game right there. Happened like that a few times for me. We have, this is an interesting one, Constellar Hades. This is really good against, recently it's been against Evil Swarm. Like I'll have, like worst case scenarios, Lumina and then another Lumina in the grave. I'll just summon Lumina, pitch. They can't really do much. I'll go into this. Most times they'll have something stupid in the back row. I'll detach. His effect is to detach to put all your opponent's monsters to defense position. So I could just attack right over the Evil Swarm, you know, the main one, and that'll be the end of that. And it's a good way to get him off the field with only 3 stars instead of a 4-star Exceed. Evil Swarm, or Steel Storm, Swarm Roach is a really good card. Good against Mirror Match, mainly. Things of that nature. Gotta play them. Sometimes people don't want to, but you just got to, just in case. Black Ship of Corn. Amazing card. Takes out Zen Mines like nothing because it sends instead of destroys. So you gotta play a Black Ship. It's like 20 bucks right now, so I know that's kind of high for something that came out of like a book, but still, it's a necessary card to play. And I have Abyss Dweller. Really good, of course, against water. This deck struggles against water because it's a bit faster, and a little more consistent, unfortunately, and it searches everything. So I play this. You can go into it pretty easily. Hopefully you can mill off a wolf, summon Lumina, pitch, go into it. Not very difficult and really good. And it's only for your opponent, so that's another good aspect. My Stroke. This card is amazing in every deck. Well, of course, the decks that you exceed with. This card is super safe. It's super destructive. You no longer need to play Book of Moon. I know people don't really play that anymore, so this is the substitute. And it's just amazing. 18 attack and a high defense of 23. So let's say you really want to be safe. You'll just exceed it in defense. You have 2 blockers for the detaches, and then you have a 23 defense monster. So it's pretty serious. Next one. Let's say Wind Up Zen Mines. Of course, you know everybody gotta play it. Pretty simple. Lumina, Zen Mines. No genius idea behind that. Tempo. I'm kind of questionable about this card, but it's pretty good. It could get pretty high in attack, and it's pretty good. Let's say if I go against Evil Swarm, I'll just instead of going Constellar Hades, I'll just go this. Detach off that one that they always have, because you know they detach for the first one to search out the spell, and then I could just special summon again and just wreck their face. Let's say another one. Leviar, broken. Discard, Lumina. Again, Lumina is like a really hot card in this deck, like it always was. Lumina, let's say I remove something with BLS. I could just special summon to level 4 or lower, and then I could go off from there. This is a must, and this card is just so broken. I love it. It just makes so many combos more available. Shockmaster. Gotta play Shockmaster. It's a little difficult to get off, but it's really good, and it shuts decks down. So you gotta play Shockmaster. Another one. Utopia. It's just a safe one. It's also a light, so let's say you need to get a type in for BLS or something silly like that, and you don't want to remove your precious Lightsworns, you will go into Utopia, which is a really good one. Another one. This card doesn't go off that much because you don't really need it that much, but it's also really good. Cowboy, Cowboy. It's really good. You've seen it played in many other decks for that little edge to get that damage. It's really good. I would play it. Let's see. Next one. Blade Armor Ninja. This is kind of like a little tech. Normally if I have a Gareth and a Monk or something like that, and I'll go into this, which is pretty easy to do. It's not that difficult. Actually, it was more better. I played 3 Gareths at one time because I really wanted to draw a lot. Wasn't really working out. So, still, pretty playable card. I would probably take it out now. I'd probably put in like a Lava Chain or that other one I forgot that came out in the set. The guy that returns 3 from the graveyard to draw 1. Actually, I think I might do that. And then this one, I wouldn't really play this anymore, but this is what I was playing before. You know, there's those horrible times in Lightsworn where you think you're going to win, and then you go all out, and you have 2 fat judgments on the field, and you don't have much left in the deck, and you get stopped. And then you have 2 judgments that will probably kill you because they mill like 8 cards each. So I'll just go into this. Now I'm going to take this out for the cover card for the Tachyon set. But this was a little fun tech, you know. You get to detach to discard monsters or cards from your hand to destroy equal amount on your opponent's side of the field. Not that bad. Actually pretty good, but when you're playing Lightsworn, Judgment does the same thing anyways. But it's pretty good anyways. And that will be the last of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be posting more deck profiles more commonly now. Comment, subscribe, share the word. You'll probably see me in Yu-Gi-Oh! A little more often now. Maybe I might travel. I don't know if I have the time. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.